Welcome to HattageUnderground, everybody. This is the mighty METABaron,
VOICEtheVillain,
Karl Kutta.
and today we have two lovely special guests returning.
Yes.
We have
Me.
also known as PettyPanna, and our newest guest,
Dina.
All right.
got Petty and Dina, everybody.
real name, no gimmicks.
All right. Well, there's been a lot of stuff happening in the news as of late, and not just the regular news, the nigga news, and the lives of regular people at large.
Yo, he's the first thing he said get rumbles. No, not the nigga news. No.
I mean, because everything starts in the nigga news cycle and trickles elsewhere.
It's culture.
It's the culture. I mean, they don't keep World Star up and running for niggas. They don't keep Boss Up and Media Takeout and all them other sites up
White
for niggas.
people to see that shit.
That's fine. I agree with that.
If it was for niggas, it'd have been fell
It
apart.
would have been. Yeah, you're right.
But so,
That's what happened to Black Planet. But anyway, continue.
well,
Already off that.
it's related, because I mean, we could talk about planets, and we could talk about eclipse, and we could talk about niggas on the airlines getting clipped up by black niggas.
Yeah.
Now everybody has heard as of late the shenanigans regarding Dr. David Dow. That's
You know the
D3.
nigga name. I ain't know his name.
I've done a lot of cursory investigation
I just knew him as the Asian motherfucker on the airplane.
into
Got yoked up.
maximizing this fuck shit.
I read the negative report.
So Dr. David Dow of Kentucky was unceremoniously accosted from his seat, aka some niggas walked up in that bitch and grabbed him.
It's Asians in Kentucky.
Yeah.
He's from Vietnam, and he decided to come to Kentucky. But anyways,
They are.
an Asian doctor who refused to give up his seat. I'm not even gonna get into the semantics of what is overboarding and all that other shit. A nigga that didn't want to give up his seat got his hands put on him by the police.
Yes.
And they drug him off the plane.
Put them paws on.
Yes.
Put the paws on him. Now, what a lot of people ain't covering is the fact that this motherfucker came back on the plane after they let him go with blood leaking all from his mouth. So they had to evacuate.
Yes.
So they had to evacuate the whole fucking plane because of safety and security hazards. Now, the reason, in my personal opinion, why all this shit is getting all this fervor is because it was 3 black cops that came and put their hands on his monkey ass. So now, of course, the media outlets and United Airlines is trying to save face. So there have been people that's been leaking all this information about him, and
Why was
allegedly.
He's a doctor, isn't he?
Well,
Yeah,
he's a doctor. He's a
doctor.
doctor.
Well, that's one reason why
He's
you
a
know
doctor
he's
who's
praise.
only gotten his his medical license to practice back. His license to practice allegedly was taken from him because of all these prior drug convictions
I didn't know that.
about him writing bad scripts.
He a drug-
he was
he a
Dr.
crooked
Breaking
doctor.
Bad.
Not only that,
Crooked
not
doctor.
only that, he took advantage of.
They broke his ass alright.
Eisenberg.
He took advantage of one of the people that he was writing prescriptions for. He had an attraction to the young man that he was writing prescriptions for, so he gave him a job working in his office.
Charles Pugh.
And he was trying to try.
He was banging that young buck.
He was trying to give. He was
kids in my high school.
mine too. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Subject for another story. Subject for another.
Yeah, that's another.
I wanted to know.
But my man's solicited old boy for sex because he wrote him all these prescriptions, and he gave him all his money, and he gave him a job. So my man's reported him, and that was just the beginning of.
But why they didn't start with that? I feel like they should have.
He wasn't black.
Because he wasn't black.
Yeah.
Two, because the officers that assaulted him was black. Now police misconduct is a fucking thing. I mean, and it's sad because blue lives matter until you see that it's a nigga.
Yeah.
And it ain't no blue lives.
No.
It's just nigga lives.
They didn't make him look bad or anything. They just let it happen, and they were like, "Oh, look at this! Look at
And
this
I mean,
injustice."
even the pulling up of his past records, though this nigga he has upwards of 98 drug convictions, and he's still 98.
He's still walking around.
Still
like,
walking
that nigga's
around.
supposed to be in jail.
So the
getting
people,
his ass beat is the least of the problem.
The people that exposed these drug crimes of his and his bad record, they've been attacked as bad journalists.
Wow.
When Tamir Rice got smoked by those two cops in Cleveland, they killed him. Then they arrested his sister, and then they put up his parents' mug shots. These are the parents of Of course, one of the reporters had to call out the police chief who kept referring to Tamir Rice as a young man. He was like, say 12-year-old boy.
Right.
Say 12-year-old boy.
Young man.
So you got all three of those cops who have lost their jobs. They worked for they were
suspended? I thought they were suspended.
Well, suspended pending an investigation, which means your black ass is a body here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and then you got the two judges. One judge got popped outside of his crib in Chicago, and another judge, she was the first African American and Muslim superior judge in the state of New York. She was part of the New York Appellate Court, and she was found face down in the Hudson River.
So
all her clothes on, no foul play suspected. They ruling it as a suicide.
So we got two women here. So what do you guys think about that?
I think someone who is at a level of success as she was, being who she was, would not commit suicide at a time like this.
No,
you're African American, you're a woman, and you're Muslim, and you are a superior judge. Fuck it all. I'm ready to die. Like I done made it.
They've also said that she was known to be hard on police and police unions as far as police misconduct and stuff like that. And I know New York has the largest police organization on the planet, not just in the country. Like, there are countries whose armies aren't even as big as the NYPD.
Planned assassination.
And you also have to take in consideration black women of that age range have the lowest rates of suicide in I think the world, really, because like anybody over 35, they don't kill themselves. Women, because they're already fucking jaded towards the world.
Yeah, they chill. I mean,
they used to bearing all that weight.
Right. If they made it from all the other suicide attempts they had when they was in their teens and early 20s, then it's done now.
You saying they didn't kill the need to kill themselves?
Yeah, they done did it at least 3-4 times by the time you hit about 25. So it's like
that's a sad reality, right there.
It's another sad reality.
That's pretty honest. You already desensitized at an early age anyway.
I think. Don't quote me on the percentage, but it was a very high percent. I think it was like 68% of African American women by the time like 23, they've all been sexually assaulted.
Yeah, I know.
BET released that.
I hate about 68%.
Yeah.
Okay.
BET released that.
You know what? Like growing up, I was always like, who the fuck is raping all these women? Because I didn't understand it until like 3 years ago when it like blew up in the media and stuff, talking about black women and how crazy they are because they've been molested and touched and shit. Like I thought
friends and family.
Yeah,
people with access to people with trust from adults and access to children.
Yeah. Like Boyce Watkins.
Leaving your kids with anybody.
Boyce Watkins said like your kid is like 50% less likely to be molested if there's a father in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and people were giving him a lot of backlash because of that statistic that he actually looked it up. But he was like, because men are looked at as protectors, and also like you said, leaving them with people they're not real comfortable with, you barely even know, just so you can go out or do whatever, So it's a very serious thing.
It's pretty serious, and I mean it furthers that. It furthers the ongoing war between black men and black women, allegedly, that's being purported all over social media and everything. It's about 3 black dudes and 2 black women in this room right now. Ain't nobody dead. We ain't killed each other yet. I mean, we got about 6 more things.
We just started.
Marv ain't said that much yet.
We still more.
I almost died on Saturday because of Marv.
Yeah, you liked it.
So Kutta and VOICEtheVillain went on a side mission. The METABaron wasn't included in this. So would y'all like
Kutta wasn't even included.
Right, I really wasn't.
He popped up like, "Hey guys," and
I was already drunk before.
Yeah, he came pre-sauced. And I was like, this isn't gonna be good. I was there with two of my female associates, and they're extremists when it comes to feminism, and I purposefully didn't say anything concerning it. I'm gonna just have a nice time. I'm not gonna say anything to trigger these motherfuckers.
I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, and that's what happened. That's what happened.
Shout out to Kutta.
I didn't give a fuck.
Look,
let's talk. We having a drink. We in a bar. Why not talk?
We can talk about stuff that ain't that though. We can talk about stuff that ain't
Feminists
that.
in a
We in a
bar.
bar with a bunch of white people. Also,
3 feminists walking about.
First of all,
how many of them do it take an argument to change your life?
Their volume was way higher than mine.
yeah, they was yelling at
Let's
us.
start
They
there.
was yelling at us and pointing at us.
Like
They were like
He really
patriarchy.
worked up really fast.
They were
Really
like,
fast.
this is what they
have
were
to
doing.
get their point across.
Patriarchy, my vagina. Everybody
Yeah.
join in. Let's chant.
Yeah.
Patriarchy, vagina. Patriarchy,
I think
vagina.
it was
I personally think women should have special perks. And
No.
yes, I
Let's
do.
go. Let's
No,
go.
no.
I feel women should have special. I mean, any of y'all give life? Any of y'all push
well,
humans
it
through
do
your
come out of
minds?
us. I think
It does, but y'all get the fun part. When y'all was
Y'all
having
sex
fun
is
when
not
it
fun to y'all?
came. Yes, it
So what
is,
you
but
talking
y'all was having fun when it came out of y'all. When it comes out of us, we not having fun.
Pregnancy isn't fun.
right.
Y'all get a lot of
fun.
perks. A lot of people like being pregnant.
As we
Most
should.
women like being pregnant. So would you
So
want
can
it or you don't want it?
can I ask you a question, Dina? In regards to these special privileges that women are supposedly able to get or allowed, you don't feel that anything given in one place is almost always taken away from somewhere else? I mean, typically in the past, when it was only beholden to women to bear children, hold the house down, they were well protected. They weren't expected to be working members of the society. Mm-hmm. They weren't expected to participate in war. Mm-hmm. And they weren't necessarily troubled with arduous manual labor. Mm-hmm. But now, since the advent of the sexual revolution and the civil rights campaign and all this other stuff,
Feminist movement.
Suffrage, we'll just say suffrage.
Feminist movement.
Okay. The and black and white and black women's suffrage. Where would there be any place for special rights now? You don't think that the special rights? Well, first of all, what special rights would you be talking about?
Well, basically, I do feel like women should have longer maternity leave.
I'm straight with
I
that.
feel like they should, be able to take care of their kids. I do think that women should have equal pay as men, but only if they can do like
Exact amount of
equal
work.
work in their
I mean,
field.
that's as far as the as far.
Anything outrageous?
Yeah, but I mean, as far as the maternity leave stuff, that's actually very sane and very feasible anywhere and everywhere except for the United States.
Yep.
Everybody else in the modernized fucking world seems to understand that women are more apt to better perform at their job and be better people in general if the stress of taking care of their child is not compounded with, well, you healed up, get your ass right back to work.
Still
Yeah,
married.
My mother-
Still breastfeeding.
My mother had me on
Yeah, work with your
on a
boobs
Saturday.
leaking and shit 'cause they want you to come
In
back 2
January.
weeks after you pop the motherfucker.
She was back to work that Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm whole,
That's hard
5
work.
days old, at home,
What'd she do?
chilling. I think she worked like for an insurance agency or something like that. Like,
Yeah. So that's more so a byproduct of where we live, or whatnot, more so than because it's not that it's not feasible. I mean, everybody agrees that the shit makes sense. And then what was the other one?
oh, another perk women should have.
Yeah, besides the
Maternity
leave.
extension.
Oh, here's a good one. We should have paid time off for our cycles.
See, okay,
I
no.
can't do that one.
We should have
Yeah.
that. I mean, it feels like there is
Unless
a
y'all giving
knife.
up sex afterwards.
Patriarchy.
See, and that's all we are. We're all flesh and thighs. That's it. Because the first thing he jumped to sex. I'm talking about something that we go through that y'all will never go through in this lifetime.
So
Never
why?
go
why
through
I think
so
men
why
go through mental periods.
They might as well just have jobs that women just work then.
But this coincides with the point that she brought up about equal pay for equal work. The biggest component of the wage gap is the fact that a lot of women, by and large, don't engage in the same type of manual labor that would get them, that equal pay.
Yeah.
But as far as the, I don't know, that's interesting. Time off specifically for cycle time.
Yes.
We can call it cycle time.
So basically, a week out of the month that you just have off that men have to work.
With pay.
I can't relate because I've never been in that much pain.
You ain't
See,
got a
I've been
vicious
in
cycle.
I've been in that much pain.
Would
I've been in crippling pain.
Would you lobby to say that it's a specific or particular condition that if you are eligible for it should be covered
Yes.
by your doctor?
Because
or
there
whatever?
are
Then y'all should-
people.
wait a minute. If that's the
Because some
case,
women do have like severe
if that's, if that's the case,
Crippling.
if that's the case, if it's covered by your medical, y'all should pay higher medical bills.
See, but now,
Oh,
but
you
now,
want everything. You can't have everything.
Smokers get text.
Yeah. I mean,
yes, they do ask you, and
So you'll be
people
willing
have
to pay
diabetes.
You'll be willing to pay $100 more a month for that?
For period text.
That's a
Would I be willing to pay $100 more?
if you salaried and you get paid,
If I could afford
yeah.
$100 more, because I feel like if I can't afford $100, I got Medicaid, so I don't pay for insurance. So if I could afford to pay for insurance, then sure, I'll pay $100 more
They
out
just
of my
take it off the
paycheck.
taxes or something?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
As long as you,
It's all. It's
long as you
a
consistent,
balance. It's a
I'm cool.
balance.
I'm cool.
That makes sense to me.
outrageous.
Nothing. I'm not even saying like.
Patriarchy.
Vagina! My vagina, guys! Join in! Patriarchy! Vagina!
Well, speaking of
Misogyny! You misogynist, big, hairy man!
speaking of patriarchy, misogyny, and vaginas. I feel like this is a great way to segue into our next topic: social media and traffic. Now, my question is, at a certain point, fellas, and I feel this is nice and relevant because we've got Petty here. At a certain point, fellas, y'all don't ever question that, you know what I'm saying, once I upload this dick pic to the internet, my dick is on the internet forever.
Forever.
Like y'all are aware that there's no way to take back "let me eat your box while you on your cycle."
Oh, man.
Those tweets. There's no way to take back these pics. You can't.
come on.
You can't unpour a glass of water. You can't.
I just think that's
You can delete the
irrelevant at that
conversation,
point.
but the
Oh, no, it's-
screenshots are forever.
Forever.
Snapchat me that
I
pussy.
mean, even when you delete the conversation, you only delete it off your phone. The log still exists.
It's out there.
Until you delete that.
In space.
We got niggas on Snapchat.
Niggas go
Well,
wild on
Snapchat
it.
created a new way to cheat because the picture goes away, like after a certain amount of time.
There's
Does it go away-
there is
Does it go away completely?
there is
Nobody can check your
if you too much of a thought for Tinder, there's an app called Pure where your profile only lasts an hour.
What?
What?
You better
Wow.
You,
How does that work? How does that work?
you better thought it up in an hour.
Yeah, because
Super thought hour?
Why are we such whores though?
Well, it's just social. I think
Feminism.
everybody is some form of
Everybody's just
or
running wild.
easy.
social media.
I tell you why.
People have needs and people need to get things out, and people, nobody's in a relationship because nobody knows how to act. Because everybody wants to be in a relationship, but they also want to be independent.
It's
They have
also
all these
Everybody
rules
wants
for being in
open
a
relationships.
it's power.
Open
It's
relationship.
power. Power does not
Take it to
change
the other side.
anybody. If anything, power only brings out
Who you truly are.
who you truly are.
But I think the internet
When-
broke all that.
because the internet put the power of I don't have to wait in your hands. Back when everybody had flip phones and candy bar phones, and niggas was trying to get dick and pussy on through the
You had to work for it.
You had to.
You had to have an actual game at one point.
Now you don't have to value nothing.
You just be like, hey, bitch, you want
I think there still is a game element, but it's not as hardcore when we were.
Really don't have to do it.
Sex, from what I found, is better with people that actually give a fuck about your ass. I mean, versus the spontaneity of niggas and people that appeal to you in the moment. But as far, you ain't gonna get that catering shit from somebody that don't know you.
You gotta have some kind of chemistry with the chick.
I think
that's where the game comes in. I guess.
I think the introduction with the social media is just necessary because of the times. But after that, like your personality have to like.
I would agree with you if we weren't 10 years in, dog. It's a whole generation of people that's been came up. How did you court? Well, you know, back in my day, you used to have to walk up to a broad, or you used to have to do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
How'd you court, young man? Shit, I pulled out the phone, nigga, swipe right, and it was in. Right. And
she like my swag. I had on the
I'm still trying to gauge
the
success rate.
Imagine a 16-year-old and a 60-year-old talking about how they went about getting women. Who do you think will be more weirded out by the conversation?
The 60-year-old.
The 60-year-old was like, how? How the fuck does that work? What you talking about?
Actually, they both will feel very uncomfortable about each other.
Because I think it's a difference.
Because they don't understand either
what
one.
What you know about waiting next to the only payphone in your part of town to get a ring with some girl that's sneaking calling you because her pops ain't in the house?
He's like, you old sucker duck ass nigga.
You marinating on that box. You didn't already fell in love in your mind with the woman.
Then you get turned down.
No, I think the age group is different though.
God,
I feel like in your 30s going into using like Tinder and all that stuff, it's not the same, like you said, like a 16-year-old. They already kind of got like that rapport. Like it's kind of like when we were in high school, you know, it was like a network. Everybody kind of knew each other, so you kind of copacetic on the lingo. I think if you're going into like Snapchat and Tinder in your 30s, it's still a network, but it's not as close.
You still got those. I want to be.
That's how I feel. I don't know.
You still got those. I want to be cool as hell. 33, 34-year-old niggas trying to bust down some 17-year-old chick. And I got some tickets to the Lil Uzi Vert concert. If the nigga can even say his name right.
Right. But I like I said, I guess it depends.
He's only 34 though. Like he's not 44.
What you mean only? 17 to 34?
I knew a girl.
Oh no.
She got pregnant at 17. Her baby daddy was 29.
That's not good. That's not good.
No. It's not good. But you saying it as if like they can't learn the lingo. Like these people aren't 44. Like these people are 34. I think they can get with it. Just like everyone else can.
I look at anybody under the.
I'm gonna say I'm almost 30.
I look at anybody under the age.
Y'all hunting for 16-year-old niggas on the internet?
No.
I look at anybody under the age.
I ain't got no time to be replacing somebody's geography book that they done lost. Right. I ain't got no time for that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, and going into
nobody's
30s, I feel like there's such a higher like curve versus the younger ones, where this is like, I don't give a fuck, I'm typing dick pic, pussy pic, whatever.
I look at anybody under the age of 25 like aliens. You know,
a nice leash.
There's certain standards when you're in your 30s. You're like, all right,
a palmed cock is the new hello. That's hello. I can't wait till the dick pic emoji comes out. That
needs to happen.
The real dick pic.
Real dick pic.
Let's not shun dick pics now.
Uh-oh.
Dick pics are a nice little electronic surprise.
Uh-oh.
Like, ooh, send me a picture of his dick. Hello, sir. My old friend.
So how often do you reply back, like, from a dick pic? Is it just as a standard?
So like,
what's your standard?
I am a bitch.
Okay.
So if I don't like the way your dick looks, that's the last time we having a conversation.
We talked about this.
This is the last text. I went. Okay, I met a guy over a dating app. He worked at Cedar Point. I drove to Cedar Point, put my little gas money in there, drove. We went out to dinner, we went to the movies, and I felt like a nigga.
Mean Sandusky dick.
I was like, I drove to Sandusky.
For some dick.
I need some dick.
Okay.
Had the dick. And the first thing he said was, well, I've been having sex with one person for the last 5 years. And she been accepting this shit? Because if you was throwing her what you just threw me and you was in love with her, this is not... Basically, moral of the story is, when I left his room, he left my mind. He was gone.
You went to Sandusky for some Sandusky.
Yeah, and it was horrible. It was horrible. He left. When I left,
did he take you out or anything?
yeah, we went to the movies, went out to eat. When I left, I didn't want to go to Cedar Point because it was hot. It was summer. I didn't want to go to Cedar Point. When I left, I actually called my ex and was like, "What you doing?" Because I had to make up to my vagina. Because I had to make up to my vagina for what I just put it through.
I've done that before. I had to make it.
I had to make it right.
I had to
Is there a term?
ever the night before? And like during the day, I was walking on campus and I seen somebody. I was like, "What you doing at 2 after my English class?" He like, "Shit." I mean,
he's like, "Yeah."
And he was like, "You got condoms up there?" I was like, "That's not what I want, but yeah, but okay."
I mean, if you want to take it there.
Leave it to a nigga to get shot in the foot trying to be responsible.
He had a toothbrush in his backpack. He was ready.
You got condoms? Well, I
Even though
wouldn't think about that.
even though head, I can't just get head. I need the whole shebang.
Really?
I want the whole thing.
You ain't a dollar menu purchaser.
I'm not getting full off appetizers.
I mean, I'm not
doing
either,
that.
but
I'm not getting full off
that's the type of
appetizers.
day it was.
I need the full meal.
I guess.
Billy, you've been awfully quiet this
Man,
episode.
we off
Billy.
track.
Man, you want to talk
You don't
all
like
that
that.
shit.
He's like,
I don't really give a
Like,
fuck. That's why.
Well, since we still talking about all this fuckery, you got any thoughts in regards to all the shit that's been going on Facebook? People live streaming themselves having sex. A nigga live streaming themselves killing niggas.
I think. I don't
Kids
know.
live streaming
That's
themselves
every
committing
day.
suicide. Live
I thought he was
stream.
asking me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But yeah, I'm not. It's not a big deal.
Let me put my skirt on. Shut
Yeah.
up.
I'm just saying. I can't get a word. I can't get a word in edgewise. That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
That's all. So I might as well just be quiet.
Okay,
We
well.
big man.
So I was.
Give him the mic.
Get my bread club, child.
But yeah, I don't see a big deal about it. They just blowing it up all out of proportion. Niggas die every day. So there you have it.
Do you think that if the old dude that he killed was not a black man, do you think it'd have merited
More of a search. Cause they let the nigga go like he ain't did shit. He's still driving around. He coming here.
what was the
You know
next?
what car he was in, what kind of phones he had,
And his license plate,
number,
everything, and what he looked like.
For hours.
And this was all
He's
provided.
still-
This was
they
all
still
provided.
running around.
This was all
Like,
provided by
nobody that
people
knew him
and not
trying
the
to go.
police.
Yeah.
I mean, but usually niggas self-snitch on themselves anyway online, so it's always provided by the people.
You think that-
They do.
Do y'all believe that?
He gave every information.
Do y'all believe that
Yeah,
social
yeah,
media
yeah,
exists
turn by
as
turn.
a platform for people to self-snitch?
Yes.
That's
Absolutely.
Especially niggas, because niggas like to say everything.
Especially like the
Yeah,
guy
we like to floss
who
everything.
killed his mom, got his mom killed. He got away with it and everything. They actually said it was just a robbery gone wrong until he was on Instagram flossing because he had like a $500,000 insurance policy on
Stupid
his
nigga,
mama.
the
And the
stupid
sad
nigga
part about it
Chicago.
was she owned a chain of
I think I heard beauty.
Yeah,
beauty salons. He
she was a
money.
community activist
And
and all
she was gonna give him the salons,
Right.
but he didn't want the
Stupid motherfucker
salons. He just wanted the money
Right.
and got his mama killed and got away with it
Yeah.
until he got on Instagram flossing.
I blame Versace for that shit.
That's crazy.
He flossed a 9 in jail with dicks.
Dick flossing.
Oh.
That's terrible.
Those groans are what I live.
I live for grown. My whole life is one big ass groan. Especially on Facebook. Niggas just groan to everything. I'm glad I didn't see that video of him shooting that old man.
I saw.
No, it was
Who's
sad.
sharing it? Who's sharing it?
Like, why would you?
Why-
do that?
People are sharing.
Why?
I felt
I don't
felt
understand.
sick because like
Because
somebody mentioned it and they were like, "Well, don't
we're
share this
all,
on my
what's the
timeline."
word?
And I actually researched the shot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, niggas are in the niggas are in the business of telling on themselves online. You know what I'm saying? The platform of self-snitchery.
Stop snitching.
I mean, I believe that at this point, FBI book, Facebook, it's pretty much, it's a dragnet to capture any and all ne'er-to-well niggas telling on themselves. But you know, posting on social media ain't the only way that you can tell on yourself. You can always get in front of a fucking radio mic and start popping off them saucy ass opinions.
Yeah.
This reminds me of my man's Tyrese. Tyrese has been a vocal advocate in the black women need to get on their shit train.
Yes.
Because we can't just say women in general.
I can feel the
because
eyes roll.
women in general aren't the main supporters of Tyrese.
Nope.
Black women are. That's why I specifically preface black women.
Yeah.
I mean, you got white women that know Tyrese from the Fast and Furious movies, but we all have known that nigga for
singing on the damn bus,
singing ass bald head nigga.
If you don't remember Tyrese
Baby
on the
boy.
bus.
With a nose ring.
Socking
Remember when
bitches
Tyrese
eating
had
them
the
out.
nose ring?
Yeah.
Socking bitches eating them out.
Shout out
It
to
was Chris
Baby
Brown and
Boy
before Chris Brown was Chris
They love that fucking movie, even though he was a woman beater
Baby boy.
and an eater.
and a eater, beater and eater.
He turned into Baby Boy, really.
That was, you know,
My favorite lines in that movie is, "Girl, you the mother of my child. You know I love you, and you probably gonna be my wife someday."
Probably. That's a nigga for you.
But right now,
They said that he and what's her name? Taraji P. Henson. They said a prayer before that scene, and he was so nervous and scared to get naked.
who did they pray to? What punk ass God would allow?
He was scared and nervous.
That's how I feel, nigga.
Taraji P. Henson said she stood in the mirror naked and was like, "Okay, this is me naked. I'm about to be on scene." They said Tyrese came in like he had a prayer cloth, like he came in like, "Oh, I'm about to get naked."
Like a slave.
Oh Lord.
That sounds like
very slave.
some slave
That
sex.
sounds very
Praying to Jesus
And
with
he-
rag cloths covering cock.
Oh, like
I hope I please master well with you.
Me God.
What's that Tyler Perry movie?
Oh, God.
Why Did I Get
I've
Married?
never
She was
seen
like,
no
they
Tyler Perry
kissed,
movie.
and she was like, we kissed. Can we pray? And he was like, yeah. Don't ask me to pray after we kiss, because I don't know why we praying at this point. Like
Yeah.
we passed that at
Hope
that
you don't
point.
get herpes.
Oh. you know I got that. You know I got that itch. You can't
I
scratch.
can't help but say it.
Millie Rock on any
Most of them niggas.
Ooh. Wow. The whole dance. It's all fucked up now. Hey.
Any
I
kind.
mean, this is what you have me throwing herpes. I think if you do,
Herp dick.
somebody go dance. If
The
you talk
dick and
about
pox. That's what we call herpes.
Well,
The
all
dick and
right.
pox.
Well, all right.
But I don't know.
What was it Tyrese said about the people?
it. Herpes.
Tyrese said that basically black bitches, y'all need to step y'all cookies up. Y'all need to not wear no makeup. Y'all need to not wear weave. Y'all
Fake
need
asses.
to all have. Y'all need to all have natural asses. And this is my thing.
All while you married a white woman.
I think that's
Yeah.
Shout out to Tyrese.
With a
Shout out
third,
to Tyrese.
with a third generational black granddad. Like your
Shout
granddad
out
was
to
black 4
Tyrese.
generations ago.
For his wedding post, for the wedding picture he posted online, and for specifically referred to his wife as his black queen. Shout out to my nigga. That's like,
He said he ain't know
I
she
mean,
was
I
white.
guess we all black queens if we
that's
all
God
came
tier troll. Hey,
from Africa.
Rachel
so.
Dolezal said that we all black if we believe ourselves.
Her name is
enough.
like Unyenge something now. She changed her name.
That's my girl.
She changed her name.
I love that crazy
She got
bitch
this
to
same
death.
hairstyle right now.
Talking
Rachel
about
Dolezal.
the transracial white girl.
NAACP white
Oh,
woman.
transracial. Because she said she was the vice president.
I mean, she white poor. That's like 60 racks a year.
She was the vice president of Washington's NAACP. This is how I felt about Rachel Dolezal. We got black bitches out here. All they want to do is suck dick and get welfare. This white bitch said that, you know what? I'm gonna teach African American studies at motherfucking Washington State University.
I'm about to put
I'm
niggas
gonna
on.
be the vice president of the NAACP
She hard.
in Spokane.
She hard.
Put in work
She hard body.
Everything.
She hard body for niggas.
Yeah.
She hard body for niggas.
Yeah,
I
she
agree.
forced her parents to adopt black children,
She ain't-
and then she stole them from her parents and told them to call her mom.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. You can't
put in a lot
actually
of work.
say
She
that.
put in a
lot of
I
work.
wasn't even mad
She
with
put
that.
in more work at being black than black
That's hard.
bitches.
That's
Meanwhile, we got Sage Steele stupid ass on TV
Oh,
talking about some
God.
I've experienced more racism from black people, but you didn't say shit when Chael Sonnen reached across that goddamn table and put his hands in your hair and then asked, "Can I touch it?" Look at the camera. Oh yes, everybody, it's real. And that bitch didn't say nothing. Shout out to Sage Steele, by the way.
For a little reverse racism, I walked up to a white woman and asked her, "Can I touch her hair?" Because I had
What
never
happened?
touched a white person's hair.
Never in your
Never in my life.
No.
No, I had never
no Jehovah
touched.
white woman there.
Well, I lived on the west side of Detroit, and all
Oh.
Jehovah's Witnesses was black.
Oh, so it
We
wasn't no
was
white
on the
people?
west side of the D. No.
Yeah.
I mean, all the only white people on the west side of
Makino Hall
Detroit
is on
is the
Joy
people by,
and
like,
96 off of Grand
Redford.
River.
Redford, Livernois,
Well, nowadays-
In the hood. Yeah.
in the meth area.
It was a Popeye. No, it was a Church's across the street.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That was my king. That's why the hall I grew up at. It's now the United States.
So how did you
Post
feel after you touched a white woman's hair? Like, how did that
So
make you feel?
first off, it was like I felt like I was like running my hands through unicorn blood. It was just so wonderful
Wow.
and just effervescent. You know,
Y'all about to
it
say
was
that's sarcasm at its
My
finest.
eyes is rolling.
it was straight. It just was like, wow, I never touched a white. Like I went to DSA. Right down the street from where we are now, there were no white people. The white people when I was growing up was like the doctor was white. There were so few they might as well have been black. You didn't even notice they were white because you didn't see
They
them
were
that
always
often.
affluent white people. There was always people in power, like
Yeah.
teachers, doctors.
Teachers, like I had a teacher who cried because everybody called him racist, and he stood up and he said, "I travel an hour and a half. I don't even live in this district. I come down here to teach black kids because I feel like you guys should have to." I'm talking about he went on start crying.
I traveled 90 minutes to teach these niggas. I mean, these black kids.
Right.
I wouldn't even have cared if he had
I
said.
said square root.
So much.
I said square root, Jermaine, not square up. Your black ass.
You're gonna fight
But
me.
yeah, so like
Yeah.
I had never actually like touched one of their hair, and I always been like wondering about that. So I went to college in Kentucky, and my
Oh,
friend, she's
shit.
from Kentucky. Yeah, they threw tomatoes at me. It was bad. But my friend, she's from Kentucky. We went to her hometown, which is at the bottom of Kentucky, because Kentucky's like this.
Yeah, it's like near the Tennessee border.
Yeah, no, literally, we
I
go to a
like-
train
I like
tracks.
that
We was
illustration.
in Tennessee, and we jumped back. We was in Kentucky, and her best friend was white, and her hair looked like Goldilocks hair. It was so just beautiful. It was blonde. It was natural. And I would just ask her to touch it, and I touched. She was like, "Sure." And I touched it, and she was like, "Can I touch your hair?" I was like,
Just like a party.
Sure.
I feel like this is like an intro for like.
No,
orgies.
we was like standing. I wouldn't do an orgy
Speaking
with a
of
white
orgy.
woman, but we was just standing at her car, and I asked to touch her hair. Another story: this white woman who had green eyes told me my brown eyes were pretty, and I was like, "Oh, they're just
Interesting.
brown." She was like, "That
Did she
doesn't make
touch
them
your
less
titties or
pretty."
something afterwards? I feel like
Marv is trying to work it out in his brain. That's
I'm
all
just
he
trying
got.
to figure the whole scenario.
So I'm wondering
it's
if-
very random how this
I'm
is
wondering
set up.
if
I actually had a little old white lady give me a hug. She looked up at me. She's like a foot shorter than me, mind you. She looks up at my hair. She at this wild sunset pink afro. She says, "I love your hair," and reached out and gave me a big old
White people are
Yes,
nice.
white people love
There's some
my
nice
hair.
white people out here. that y'all need
They
to
love
understand.
it. They
real
like.
familiar. It was
Wow.
kind of weird.
that makes me wonder
It was
if
nice,
But it wasn't a church hug.
pleasant, but it was kind of weird.
I can imagine
Oh, yeah.
that.
Just
she was
because
trying to
me
get
and my
freaky
bubble
on you.
space, just
right.
type of thing.
They do like to get.
I wonder
above.
if
Why?
I wonder if the touching of the hair. I wonder if the cops that stole Boozie's jewelry and turned it back over to
They
him.
didn't touch his hair.
Right now, he's a white cop with little Boosie's jewelry.
Yeah, he got the jewelry back.
They gave
Me, I'm a rapper.
Right. He had
They
a
gave
crib
him
and his man.
They
basically
gave
got
him-
all the
I
jewelry.
They probably did that before they gave it.
I can imagine some nigga named Filbert Stewartson sitting in his motherfucking sitting at the Elks Hall
would be hard.
with a polo and some Dockers on.
What if the cop put out like a diss tape?
That'd be excellent.
And was hate like we got your chain, motherfucker. You can't do nothing about
Boosie
it.
just put out
That
a
shit would be
diss
hard.
song
with
against the police.
motherfucking with 45 and 50-year-old bitches popping their ass. That'd be excellent.
That'd be great, man. Just like how they took Youngberg chain.
Right. Is that still going around the city?
I think I saw it at
It
Z.
was like different people taking pictures with it and shit.
I think I saw Youngberg chain at Z.
That's a goddamn.
Niggas
like
getting their
$20.
chains snatched. Some niggas, and we talking about hair. We talking about hair and chains getting snatched in the police. And the next nigga that's on the list for us to talk about, Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez ain't got no hair, but he holding on to the hairline dream. Fuck all that. I shaved my shit. The minute that I realized that the minute that I realized that the dream is over, I went out that night and bought me a razor and named it.
You know what? I ain't got there completely, but I'm getting like when your barber gotta like measure you
Yeah,
out.
like when your barber is doing all type
and
of
he
motherfucking
he-
magic.
Geometry is
Geometry.
He gotta like.
Your barber to whip
like,
out a protractor.
He ain't got to that level yet, but I feel it coming. Like he be like, "Oh, okay, did you do that?" And he does like this.
Maybe
I think any barber that puts you those two fingers on your temple.
Those are
That's the destruction of your.
That's
when it's
almost time to
time.
let it go.
That's the time when you like, you know what? Don't even worry about
That's
it, dog.
to keep an eye on.
Just give me a fresh beard lineup and I'm out.
maybe he
I'll
had
finish
those.
the
He had
rest.
all those bricks to buy him a new hairline.
I don't understand why the fuck a nigga that's got songs on the radio, like, are the street dreams that real?
Yes.
Yeah.
Street dreams are real. When you are
Brown.
a
You gotta have
poor
something
little
else to
boy
talk about.
and you watch all these people and watch all these movies, these gangsters movies, and you know all your uncles been to jail and everybody in the hood have been to jail. You know, when you see all that, and now the only thing that was stopping you from being this, you know, living this hood fab dream was money. Well, you want to sell weed because you was a do boy, because you was walking around selling, you know, crack packs and shit. Now you want to be the guy that's dropping off the crack packs.
Well, I
You got the money. See, that's why I don't understand no more. It's like you got the money now.
Like the whole point of selling the drugs is to get the money.
Right now, you
I can never understand it. My
I
cousin,
can't get it.
my cousin that's no longer here with us. He was pushing dope out in River Rouge and
Oh, that's the real battleground.
yeah, and on his exit deal, he learned that there is no exit deal.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His mans that was supposed to be his boy double crossed him, shot him, took the money and the work.
Oh, he recoded.
And recoded him and was out of Michigan that night because his father's a pastor. So they bought him safe passage to Toronto. So when I went to my cousin's funeral, and this is like one of the weirdest experiences I've ever had in my life. I had to be about 16, 17, and I took the day off of school to go to this funeral. Now, I look more like my cousin than his own little brother does.
Yeah.
So first, there's the whole walking into the church and getting stares from everybody. Bro, can I tell you, words can't describe how off-putting it is to walk up to a casket and look at your mirror image in the casket, bro.
This could have been me.
Yeah, so that was my you'll never be like Tory Lanez because you're gonna shave your head and you're not gonna get into the folk dope boy.
That was a crossroad moment.
That was my
crossroad moment.
Cause I mean, you know, and I mean, his boys were standing there. It's nothing. I guess more heartfelt than listening to about 10 or 15 niggas standing next to a coffin. Like yeah. So after the service, they done already gave us the address where this nigga is. So X, Y, and Z.
Right, you could have did it though, boy, but you seen too much.
Seen the realest shit that you could. The real life preview.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, ain't Tory Lanez Canadian?
Yeah.
So it's like all
Extra pressure. But they really want to be tough guys. Look at Drake.
I don't even know.
But Drake don't get messy.
No, No,
Drake,
for
I
real,
think-
I don't know what he do or what he look like.
Who, Tory Lanez?
Yes, I don't know. What he
I can't describe what he look like. He's like,
What does he do?
he's a singer rapper. He's Canadian. They all do that
What
shit.
song?
What song he got? What's the name of that song?
Yeah, fuck.
I was about to say "Don't," but that's
That's
The other
Bryson
Bryson
Tiller.
That's Bryson.
Yeah.
What's
No.
What was that?
I don't like that. I don't know.
It's called "Say It." It's called "Say It."
This is
Oh.
funny.
That's Tory Lanez?
Yeah.
The nigga that copied the motherfucking 90s song?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm sitting there talking
Oh,
But then he
say
sings.
it.
Yeah.
But then he
Dude.
sings. Then he raps like a gangster rapper. So it just kind of.
Yeah, he be rapping
Controller.
about. Yeah, he be rapping
He
about
rap
bricks,
Controller. He sings
fucking
Controller, too.
hoes.
Control.
He's on the
remix of Controller.
Oh, okay.
He got
I'm about to say, y'all talking
Controller.
about daddy now.
Well, Daddy, you like Drake?
Yes.
Oh,
Man.
Drake Drizzy.
Yeah.
He the
So,
new Tupac.
Oh my.
and of course, the things that got, and of course,
Yes.
the things that got
He
Tory
followed the same
Lanez,
formula. Go ahead.
the things that got Tory Lanez caught up is stunting on the gram and just more of that self-exposed, stupid ass clickbait shit. So, a lot of the shit that's coming up now, at a certain point, you're gonna be able to tie your motherfucking Facebook page to your Pornhub profile.
Jeez.
Oh, somebody spammed with my coworker. Or somebody, I don't know what they did to her, or they stole her picture or something. But she's a clickbait to go into a porn site.
Nice.
Like her,
Now she famous,
her
right.
face.
I know.
So somebody's getting
She's
paid.
showing us this at work, and I'm just cracking.
I know a couple chicks
I'm like,
that
you
happen
need
to.
to check your privacy settings.
Yeah.
I know a couple chicks that happen to be honest. I seen they picture on
look
Craigslist and shit.
attractive, though?
Yeah, they bad and like they just took their shit and put it on Craigslist. Like $40 for a
I
massage.
feel like it happens to a lot of strippers too.
Yeah,
A lot of strippers.
they put up all these pictures that they don't care, and somebody cares.
Yeah. Somebody care enough to make a business out of it.
Massage parlor next door to my job gives handies.
Oh my God, they just leave your job and just go get a handy J. They spit on it.
You've always
If only
known
female masturbation was that simple.
Hand jobs are so stupid. Like, there's no point. I could jack my own
That's
dick.
the most childish shit.
You probably need a nice.
You never had a good hand job?
I mean, I don't know about myself.
Hand job.
She's got it like, let me
Change
change
your
your
mind.
motherfucking
I
blood
get-
out real quick. And just-
I give myself a good hand job every day.
No, like, not like tied up or nothing?
See, this is what I do.
Well, no, oil. I was just talking about with the oil.
This is what I do.
I used to say the same thing too.
This is what I do. I sit on my hand for about 30 minutes.
Instead of letting it out my
I watch a good episode of, let's say, Reno 911. Shout out to Dangle. But I sit on my hand for about 30 minutes, advertisements included. And then I just whip my dick out and start beating. It's excellent.
This dude-
Excellent.
Reno 911.
Reno 911,
This dude said he put wet tissue in the tissue.
I got a thing for that female black cop. I like that.
That's
Or sticking your dick in some warm water.
Hey, why not? But yeah, I could beat my own dick. I don't care about that shit.
I think if the girl does it right, it's great.
You gotta have a strong hand girl, like a WNBA
Or a
player.
left-handed girl, because it's a different experience between hands.
I never thought about that.
That's interesting.
Because you used to this, but then when you have this.
Oh yeah, we already
it's
talked about this. I
different.
beat my dick left-handed anyway.
Oh, you're a lefty.
Yeah, no, I'm right-handed,
Oh, yeah, you did say
but I
that
beat
last
my
time.
dick with my left hand. I'm
So it
dick
is like a
dexterous.
different experience.
The dick for that shit.
It's different for me.
I'm not. I started with my
This
right
is like
hand.
brick and mortar for me. I know what to do. But if I get somebody that's introduced with a left, like she just said, that'd be interesting. The oil is, I ain't gonna lie.
Why are
oil
we
is
talking
key.
about? Why are we talking about this?
because Mr. sit on my hand for 30
Oh yeah.
Looking at Austin Dangle.
I mean,
It's just so simple. It's just so simple for men to
He's like,
masturbate.
oh,
It's
the
kind of
shorts.
unfair.
we were segueing into just the conversation that the porn business is pretty much about to be the next social media frontier.
Yeah.
I mean, now that you got whole groups, as Villain so affectionately refers to these people, the Elemento P community.
Elemental P, sometimes Q community.
Yeah. Now that everybody wants to be known for their sexual proclivities instead of who they are as a person, what they stand for, what they believe in, I mean, it's only a matter of time before, you know.
In some circles, I am known for my sexual proclivities and not myself as a person.
The people that you want, to know that, or
Pretty much.
Oh,
For the most part.
you did it to yourself.
I feel like this. I'm going to
to
school to be a
My roaring
psychologist,
20s.
and I am going, and I want to be a sex and relationship therapist because I want to, you know, keep people going because you can say a lot about a relationship, about how you have sex. So, if you know me, you know my sex life because I'm an open book in that right because it's therapeutic to talk about that.
Would you
It's one of
ever
my
do
favorite
porn?
topics. No.
Why not?
Because to me, I don't have a porn body.
If you had the porn body, would you do porn?
No, I was stripped, but I wouldn't do porn.
Why would you strip and not do porn?
I don't think it matters
Because going
with
up and down a
porn
pole is
sometimes.
fun.
You going up and down a
Acrobatics.
pole on porn?
This is, I don't know. I just wouldn't want my own, like, I wouldn't want you getting off on me, like, nationwide. Like, people.
Strippers do.
You like the exclusivity of stripping
Yeah,
versus
stripping.
porn.
Ain't no
Like, you don't
exclusive
see
in
me
strippers.
stripping.
Everybody know
They
you a
let balls
stripper.
in the club, huh? So.
Everybody
Yeah,
know you a
sure.
stripper.
I remember back when they
Instagram.
did
I just don't
like,
want,
you
I
have
just
your
don't
phone in
want,
the
like,
strip
my.
club.
Look, I'll say
remember those days.
most of these
coochie
stripper
out,
chicks.
just.
Most of these stripper chicks should just do porn. That's what I say. Because just cut the middleman out. What are you doing?
Because there's
But
like,
strippers don't have sex though. Yeah,
No,
but
I'm just saying, like, no, if you in the sex industry, porn, stripping is dying. Like, people starting to get hip to that shit now. You might, if you gonna be sexy and shit, you might as well just fuck people.
Motherfuckers.
You might as well just fuck people.
I don't know.
I'm about to say
I just
Drake
thought
definitely
that
just went 50 bands.
some people
And
I
that
know
ain't celebrating.
from having spoken to women that do porn and having spoken to strippers and other people that don't engage directly in sex work. For them, it's pretty much what she said, the comfort with the exclusivity, and also it's one thing to be exploited willingly, it's another thing to not even be able to own and control the exploitation. Like you look at I want to say Mona Divine and Jada Fire, they own the companies. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not sucking dick no more, and I'm not getting paid.
They had a business mind. Like, whatever you do, you have to have a business mindset. Like, a lot of these strippers don't have business mindsets. They just some thoughts on a pole. Yeah, on Instagram. So it's like you doing the same exact thing.
Instagram is just blowing people's heads up. Like Instagram is making these hoes feel like they like.
I mean, it's
don't get it.
it's also warping the way that niggas view women in
Very
general.
much.
Or
So,
the way
like-
people view relationships. Like, you can't build a whole relationship off a meme about that list of like 4 things about what women should
It
be.
brings people
Oh,
together.
you talking about the starter pack?
Not even just those, like
people are
women
becoming
need that, this, that, and the
people-
other, or men need that, this, that, and the other.
That's that
People are
Tyrese
becoming
shit.
way more insecure than what they were.
It's,
Like,
the insecurity is coming from. It's harder. It's always been hard to know who you are. It's even harder to know who you are when you can spend your day aimlessly distracting yourself with all the fuck shit that you want to be, even though you know you never
If you're
can.
not this, then you this. If you're not,
Or
you're not.
you can just
Millennial
revert,
label.
or you can just
I was just about to say.
go to
that's
those
what
points of
we
the
do.
internet where I don't have to be burdened by what's really going on. I can stay here in my little Travis
Right,
Bickle
my
tribe,
little bubble. It's
my
safe.
little bubble of.
My own creative world.
I hate that shit. Like, niggas always want to be in a little bubble and safe away from the world. That's also some millennial shit.
Yeah.
In our times, we were
I mean, we're
thrust
still
into the
millennials,
world in a rush ass
everybody under 30 is
environment.
a millennial.
Yeah, we're millennials. We're older
Yeah,
millennials.
we're just older millennials.
Yeah, because
About to age out of millennials.
they tried to make a whole generation just because niggas don't want to be millennials. We don't want to be associated with the bullshit that millennials do. So they tried to create a whole nother generation. They was like, nah, we still sticking to it. So now it's just older millennials and younger millennials. Now millennials they hate labels, but they have to name everything because that's how they were brought up to be. They hate numbers, but they're the most statistic and analytical group because that's what they were taught to do. That's where all these fucking stupid numbers come into play and statistics that have nothing to do with anything. And they just hate a lot of different shit, but they still do it. And they call you lame for doing it, but you're doing it.
Yeah.
That shit's all fuck shit to me. I couldn't care
The
less.
internet is full of millennials, dog.
I say internet is tricky, and I don't want to even. It's like time travel. It's like you can't.
You know, they saying that Facebook is for old people, the millennials.
Oh, yeah.
Facebook.
Because it's more complicated than the rest of these shits.
You have to be more engaged on Facebook.
Instagram is
And
just
then look at
pictures.
this girl, that was on Dr. Phil, and now
Oh, you talking about the
Catch
mud?
Me
You talking about the
Catch Me
mud? The mud
Outside?
shark, Miss Bergoli.
Yeah. So now she got over 1 million followers on Instagram. She, with her ads, she's making 30 grand a month. She's due
And
to
appearance fee is
she's
30
due to
grand.
be a millionaire by the end of this fiscal year.
Damn sure.
And she like 14,
You know-
and that's scary. I don't know if I will be okay with my 14-year-old white daughter, because you know serial killers love them some white flesh, white little girl. My 14-year-old white daughter, my 14-year-old daughter on the internet for all of these pedophiles, these molesters, and these these
Yeah, but you can't,
predators.
I don't think you can avoid that anymore.
She make-
My 14-year-old won't be on Instagram.
She making money though.
But if she making money, at that point,
Her mother's
once they
horn her
went on
out.
the show, I think you have to forget about all that.
Well, yeah.
I think this is brilliant, to be honest. Like,
Yeah, I think it was a great business move.
It was like I was upset when I first seen it because I was like,
She
this is
capitalized
horrible.
on the fuck out
But
of it.
I was like, I'm glad this isn't a black girl.
What?
I'm glad it isn't a black girl. I'm sick of
And
black,
the black girl
women
Instagram page
getting
has been shut
exploited
down.
like that. And you know what I'm saying? We don't need to see any more of that. So
I
it's a
think
white
there's
girl
lot
doing
of
it.
black
So
girls that do get exploited but don't get paid as much.
For their
they're doing it because
exploitation.
they want to do it. This girl is getting pimped out by her mom to do it. Her mom
They
put her
have
on
to,
this
they
platform.
got an agent.
Yeah, her mom
Right.
is pimping her
But I
out.
don't think her mom knew that it would blow this big.
She wanted it to though. She wouldn't
I
have
think
put
she
her on
went on the
Dr.
show
Phil.
with intent to
Yeah.
just go
Yeah,
and
whatever
get paid
happened,
for the
happened.
show.
Yeah.
But I don't think she got
Yeah.
to the point where it was like,
Oh,
oh
but
shit, we can monopolize
Once
this.
the shit
Right.
started boiling up,
Yeah.
It was brilliant. I would say on their part, it's brilliant to. It's basically
No,
Kim
I'm glad that
Kardashian's
she-
mom.
Yeah, she's
It's-
just figuring out another way to bring.
I got a cash cow that I need to push out into the world.
Yeah, I wouldn't even mad at her mom for actually. She already realized her daughter probably is gonna be probably like garbage.
Yeah,
growing
she's
up.
not gonna be able to do anything.
Might as well
That's what
put
she's
money in
doing.
her pocket.
Bless- bless-
Might as well put money in her pocket.
Bless her little yeasty heart.
She was definitely sending out her nudes though.
Oh man.
Yes,
Trying to
she
get niggas,
was.
trying to get niggas.
She tried, she
Trizak.
tried to fuck Kodak Black, remember?
Yeah, Kodak Black. That's a stupid motherfucker.
Yeah, Kodak.
All
The
them
internet,
niggas are stupid.
the internet is terrible.
That's a stupid motherfucker.
And
I can't believe he get money.
The internet is giving talentless people a platform and money in their pocket. I mean, I can just rattle off Lil Yachty, Uzi Vert,
Right.
the rest of them motherfuckers.
You gotta,
They
you
all
gotta really not
stupid.
give a fuck
Yeah.
to win.
Oh, you didn't say yeah.
Who was that?
Yeah. Every song.
But I mean,
hey,
you know,
hey.
that's just us showing our age because we remember a time where substantive things happened off of the internet.
Yeah, that's
Now the internet is
didn't make it to
bringing
the internet.
is bringing shit into reality now versus niggas taking shit from reality
Put it on the internet.
and putting it on the internet. It's the revert. Now we feel old.
Right. You gotta blame Soldier Boy. For that
Niggas
shit.
blow up off of the internet.
Soldier Boy started that, all that shit.
He was the first
Godfather.
rapper.
I don't know.
Soulja
Afro
Boy,
Man.
Justin Bieber, he was made off of the internet too.
Afro
You say
Man.
Afro Man, yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't become a superstar.
Yeah, I'm about to
Soulja
say
Boy.
that.
He stopped. That's because he stopped at some point.
He started it. Soulja Boy
kept
like
going. He finished it.
capitalized it.
Yeah, Soldier Boy made it a more commercial thing.
He's still alive, but not doing shit.
He
What? He produced it.
getting Chris Brown to duck them fights.
More internet shit.
I wanted to see
more
that fight.
internet shit.
I wanted to see that fight.
Y'all got
You really thought that fight wasn't gonna happen?
I wanted it to.
No.
I really wanted it to.
It would have been
Man,
funny.
Chris Brown done beat like 4 consecutive people ass.
They were all
Like,
winning.
and he was
Right.
he beat up dude for a parking space.
He
He,
beat up-
broke his leg.
He beat up
What, he kick him?
Frank Ocean.
I don't know. He beat up Frank Ocean.
Like I
No, he
said,
broke
another
Frank
chick.
Ocean wrist.
Wow.
She,
another
he
chick that-
broke Frank Ocean
So
wrist.
Frank Ocean can't have a broke wrist no more. Hey
He
girl.
broke Frank Ocean.
Hey girl. Run girl. Should have ran Frank Ocean. What are you doing, baby? No.
Well, y'all got anything else that wants to talk about?
Broke wrist Frank Ocean. You gonna hit it on broke wrist Frank Ocean?
Gotta be on broke wrist Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean.
That's bad.
Broke wrist Frank Ocean
I'll be saying-
and the worst Hove struggle throwaway verse I've ever heard
On that song.
on
What
that
was
song.
that?
It's called Bicycles.
I didn't like it.
That's
I don't like it.
You said Frank Ocean.
Well, we gonna call it a wrap there. I want to thank everybody for coming out and listening to us. As always, like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, this is the mighty METABaron.
Voice the villain.
Karl Kutta.
We haven't come up with catchy, cute names yet.
Not yet, but
And
I'm Dina.
PettyPanna.
and PettyPanna.
Panda.
I mean,
PettyPanna. And I'm at CutiePie 1892. That's CutiePie